So this is that part in a video where people are leaving comments like, oh, this is how you do it, you idiot. You know, this is how you do it every single time without fail. But the strategy that I'm selling it here, folks, does work. I'm just... my spacing's not what it used to be, I guess. I was a little bit conflicted as well, because I couldn't remember if I ran forward until the ground broke, and then I ran back, but as you saw, I got nowhere near the ground breaking just then, and he started that attack. So, you have to bait the attack and then go for it, and it's probably a bit of a gamble. And it's funny because jumping onto the root should be simple, but because of the way Dark Souls works, it is often not. Like, it's very easy to hit the side of it and fall off, or to go too far, which is even worse. Like, there's a lot of really strange Dark Soulsian things that can happen, which is definitely a term that we should start using, because it's true. Like, whenever something very strange happens, that is Dark Soulsian. Because I don't remember that stuff in Demon Souls so much. I mean, of course, I've only beat Demon Souls about 10 times or something, which compared to this game is not a lot. But I don't remember that many bullshitty moments. The only thing I remember truly from that game is how much I disliked the placement of the man-eaters, and of course the crazy Red Phantom, Latrian face rapers. Ooh, interesting, Firestorm off the bat. Why did I do that? What the fuck is happening? So you need to be careful here, because if he swipes, he can also knock you off. Those little fucking beardy things can knock you off too. I think that's what I dislike the most about this particular encounter. And then, because this is taking a while, he's probably going to firestorm me. And the last time, I got hit by a firestorm. Oh, we're okay. Goodness me. What even is that? So strange. Oh, it didn't lift us up. That's a shame. Oh, there it was. I love doing that. That is so good. I can't believe I've threw away like 100,000 souls just due to stupidity. I do that sometimes. So I'm going to spend some shit. So that guy's done. Shall we do Nito next? Nito I'm kind of scared of. Which might sound like a strange thing, because Nito himself is pretty shitty, but it's the skeletons. Skeletons in that room are always a nightmare, so I might have to throw Havels on, take them out. Did I pick up the club from the Havel basement? Because I should go and revert it so I can kill them for good, so I don't have to fuck with them. It's kind of funny now that I'm playing with Darkwood Grain Ring. I've come to prefer the other role, as much as I do love this ring, because I think it's a sexy beast. We lost all his humanities too. What we're going to do is I'm going to run to Undead Parish. I know I can warp, but you didn't used to be able to warp, so I got used to doing this a lot, and I find it therapeutic. It also gives me an opportunity to, excuse me, to kill some stuff. I'm tempted to kill Gwendolyn on this playthrough as well, because I haven't killed Gwendolyn in about 10 years. Ooh, we did a bunch of endurance, so maybe we can put a shirt on finally. Not that I want this one, but can I? Still mid-rolling, and how light is that? Like 3.1? 3.5 and we're still fucking mid-rolling. Still mid-rolling. Wow. Unbelievable. I don't even think I've got anything lighter than that. No. God, this game is rough. So rough. All I want to do is have a sexy roll. Notice how every time you do a backstab it. Interesting. That must have been a pretty piss poor toggle. Should we do the toggles? Boom. I like toggling. It is fun. Woo. It's not that viable in single player because, of course, you have to go long periods of time with the same life and the same amount of Estus flasks. So if you're not confident in your ability to not take damage, you know, well, you're going to be taking damage, aren't you? So it's almost it's like playing PvE with Chaos Blade. Like, Chaos Blade is my favourite weapon in this game, but playing PvE with it is kind of annoying. Like, even when you've got stuff like the Evil Eye Ring to try and balance it out, it still sucks. Oh, look at that, 1997 souls. That was a good year, that. I mean, we got the majestic film that is Speed 2. Oh, Jason Patrick.
Well,
that's interesting. We can actually make a divine weapon, maybe. Oh, shit.
Decision.
But it's too good. It's too good, that. Like, the club, not only does it break skeletons so that they fall into a pile on the floor, but it's also the exact specifications of what you need to stop the skeletons from coming back. Like, I think some of the weapon placements in Dark Souls and Demon Souls is absolutely fantastic. Like, Dark Souls 2 has a couple of good ones. Of course, it has the Fire Sword really early on in Forest of the Fallen Giants, and it has that Hide Sword with the electricity on it quite early on. Those are two great weapons. And of course, before the patch, the ability to dual wield maces and poise crush almost every boss was a very, very satisfying way to play. And of course, hexes. Hexes were really, really good. And then they killed them. And it does bring a very interesting question, I think. Do patches ruin the games when they're trying to fix them? Is it the imbalances that makes the games more fun?
You're sorry for... You could not be...
Because if you think about it, I prefer Dark Souls 1 when the Darkwood Grain Ring was dominant and everybody could flip in crazy armour. At the time, a lot of people hated it because it enabled super cheap players to wear full sets of armour and still move around at max speed, and a lot of people abused it in the forest to farm invaders. But how much more busy was PvP back in those days? You know? It's a very interesting question. Like, I miss those days. I truly do. I wish anything we could go back to them, but of course we just kind of can't. Dark Souls 2, not so much. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that miss the days when they could do crazy things with their spells and what have you, which they can't really do now. Curious, can you summon Paladin Leroy here if you've already killed... I don't think you can. He's going to jump at me. That would be pretty cool if you could. There they go. Gotta be careful here because there's that crazy skull that sometimes follows you. If you're speedrunning, or if you're wanting to do this quickly, you can immediately go from there just onto this. But I like to stop. Just because, really. Then I like to get attacked by invisible skeletons because they're my favourite kind of skeleton. Yeah, that's bad news. That's real bad news, that. Whoa, shit. You scared me, dude. Fuck off. That parry stance. But I'm having a lot of fun coming back to Dark Souls 1. It'd be really nice if we could mod it so that we could get some of the improvements from Dark Souls 2 into it. That'd be awesome. Because the ability to use multiple items, I think, is a fantastic choice. I think the menus are a move faster in Dark Souls 2. Ah, shit. I don't think I have anything for this. And it's been a while since I've done it. Oh, right. So... how good is my memory of this place. Oh, the lighting here is so bad. Ah! So there's a skeleton just there. I remember you. Oh my god, this is hard! And then you do this one. And then you run past this dude. And this dude. And then you go down this one. And then I believe we're at the bonfire. Yes. God, that sucks so much dick. The good news is I know the next path better than that one. That was... wow. I don't recommend it, but... I suppose muscle memory is a powerful thing. I had no faith in what I just did, though. So, Patches is just there. And then we go this way. But there's going to be a Black Knight, and there's going to be this dude. God, you can hear it. So I think this is the most terrifying enemy on this game, by far. Because those monsters do incredible amounts of damage. Like, it's not even funny how strong that creature... Look at its hand. Wow. It's waving. So normally, once you enter this, you aggro the Black Knight. Yeah. You can hear him. And the good news about this guy is he makes a lot of noise. Because he sounds like Mr. T's jogging. Is that him? That's him. Oh, you see the arrows? There he is. So, God, this fucking sucks because they reduced... Got him. I might kill that. Oh, maybe not. This guy's a little bit tougher. There we go. Ah! This is annoying! Need to get me bloody bearings again. So, there's a white chunk. I can't even remember that. So there's a trick here. There's two of the dogs. You will want to move towards him. Thanks. There's a lot. Do we go down this? Is this the one? It is. Then there's those awful things. Yep. Yep. Stop cock blocking me, fucking hell. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I don't know where I am! Oh god, please look like what I think. Yeah, we're good. Are we? I can't tell! What the fuck, man? Oh, where are you? Goodness me. That place sucks. Don't ever do that. I don't like that. Ugh. Yeah, definitely get the Sunlight Maggot Helm on the way out of Izalith. It's just, it makes so much more sense to do that. Ooh, get him! Whoa, that guy disappeared really fast. That was a bloody... Well, it wasn't a Demon Souls lizard because those buggers run away. And they run away way faster than you could ever catch them sometimes. There we go, that one piece. I left all my treasure in one piece. I'm so used to doing this quickly that... Look at that. Bloody hell. I forget that the arrows on this game have that crazy following property. Where does he come up now? I can't remember. Yeah, behind us. Oh well, it's all good. Oh! Fuck me, that shit hurt. So never ever underestimate these pinwheels. Other pinwheel is a guaranteed bitch. These pinwheels, not so much. But it's a pretty convincing run through that room. The reason I know it quite well, other than just through playing the game, is I had a lot of trouble with Pinwheel on my no damage run. He was easily the toughest boss. So I'm going to chuck on some Havels for this, because I have no confidence in my HP. Okay. And then we're going to have some fun with his... Look at that. I've never liked that. As if that's fair. So we're listening for the scream. Scream means he's doing the grave sword dance. Here come the boys. That's the first one. Here comes the dash. I just saw 3 skeletons. I don't remember 3 skeletons. I thought it was 2. Yeah, I'm really rusty, folks. And now we've done that, it's just us and Mr. Nito, so this could be really good. He's going to try and poke us. No, he's not. What is he doing? Except for taking hits like a champion. I don't have my bearings. That is an AoE. So if you didn't know, Nito's cloak can sometimes sponge hits for him, which I think is really cheap. But what can you do? This is... Wow, that is some fucking Dark Souls 2 hit detection right there. Yeah, that skeleton's real festive looking. Yeah. And the poke. I expected a poke, man. I don't know what that was. Wow. Oh, look at his little leg. Come on, Nito. Stop being a bitch. Thank you. He did his little... He's like his bowling leg. You know, he sticks his little leg out. That's pretty great. Oh, Nito. But that what I've just showed you there is probably the safest way of fighting that boss in any situation. Even Soul level 1, that will work. Because you just chuck on a bunch of armour, you don't really need to roll. I roll by accident because I'm so used to doing it. And then, once you've got rid of the skeletons, as long as you don't push too far in, you'll never trigger those bigger ones. And there you go. Job's a good one. So, let's go to Anor Londo and let's go for Dukes. I'm very tempted to do the DLC at this point, because we're kind of wrapping through this game a little faster than I thought we would, but I can't help it. Like, I'm trying to take my time, believe it or not. Of course, I'm no speedrunner, but I definitely push through this game faster than some players do. But as long as people are enjoying it, you know, I don't mind playing it. And it's one of those things where when we're done with it, you know, if the demand is high enough, if you want to see another run, like with a different weapon, feel free to show some support for it, because I haven't had Dark Souls on the channel for a long time, and I know people really like it, and I like to meet demand as much as I love doing new things. But this is one of those games that, you know, I really want to do a Gold Tracer run, because I want to bleed things. Wow. That said no, pretty definitively. Let's see what we'll do. Can we do that? I keep trying to do Dark Souls 2 run attacks. It's kind of tragic, really. Wow, that was a terrible roll. There we go, frame advantage, son. So we're coming up on one of my least favourite areas of the game, which is, of course, the double boar corridor. I like the boars when you're not in close quarters, because you can dodge them. and you can have a good fight with them. But when it's in a situation like this, even when you dodge, because they have such a lingering hurt box, that their attack is really dangerous, especially this beginning moment. Watch for him to kick his leg. That means he's going to charge. There it was. That was weird. I need to do jump attacks here or he's going to just bum me. Oh. So I'm trying to bait that. That's the best move to bait. That can be very dangerous, but I don't think you can backstab those ones because they're armoured. And a lot of people's technique of beating the first boar is, of course, to backstab him, because it's one of those things where, at that point in the game has done nothing to teach you how to fight, except for your dog backstabs, and thus, like, every player does it, and every player who goes into the online arenas does it as well. It's not the player's fault, it's the game. The game has told you that here's this very powerful technique, why wouldn't you use it? Like, it'd be stupid to not use it. Does that work? That does work. I like that better, actually. Because then I don't have to worry about failed inputs. Oh, we got the helmet too. Cool. I'd love to wear it, but we're already in as pants for reasons of like, crappy weight. I could try and do the Duke skip, which is something I've never successfully done, which is shameful when you bear in mind that I love this game. I've managed to get onto the side of the elevator. It took so long to get to that part that when I failed the next part and I had to keep going up and down, I was like, I'll just do Dukes. Which is not the best attitude to have if you want to learn how to do a skip. You've got to really commit. Like that Latria skip. The reason why I was able to do that is because whenever I failed, and I failed a ton, I could just... Whoa, I'm going to get killed here because these dudes do massive damage. And I don't have a lot of armor or life. As I was saying, sorry, the only reason I was able to pull off that skip is because every time I messed up, I could just quit, and it would save me back on that ledge. And if the Duke skip was the same, if it involved falling when you didn't do it right, it'd be okay, but it involves going up and down that elevator, and it winds me up. Anything that winds me up is something I'll probably never do, because I'm very impatient for wind-ups. Oh, that was unlucky. Oh, that could very, very, very close to killing me right there. Parrying this enemy is a good idea too, because some of their attacks are pretty easy to predict. But I've always found backstabbing to be the most effective way of dealing with these dudes. Because they leave themselves open to it almost every time, and it requires no real timing. Is this dude gonna drop the pendant? Or do I have to? Oh god, I thought that missed. Or do you have to kill the Hydra? Oh wow, that hurt. You've got to save Dusk. Does that mean that... I hope that doesn't fuck your world. It's a very Dark Souls thing to do, that. I mean, look, you could see that? Million attempts right there to backstab him, and you could have taken any of them. Wow! I forget just how evil these games are with those spells. Oh shit, I pressed the bumper by accident. I think that's one thing that Dark Souls 2 did kind of nicely. There doesn't seem to be that many super sniper magic spells. Don't get me wrong, they made up for the lack of really fast, really accurate projectiles with homing projectiles, which, you know, some people, depending on your persuasion, might believe that to be worse. So this can be a nightmare if they jump at you. If they don't jump at you, you're... Oh, you let me through. That was nice. But the Duke skip. So, you have to jump onto this, and then from that, you have to jump onto that balcony. It's tricky to do. I'm not very good at it. So I believe, don't you? You press this. Oh no. You press this, then you run onto there, then you run over to there. I think is the way that you do it. I don't know if that's right. Oh no! That was not right. I think I want to take the Darkwood Grain Ring off for this. Because I prefer the other jump, the other roll. I'm going to be using some blooming humanities here as well, because I've got no goddamn Estus. I think I can do this skip though. Maybe not on this particular run, but if I set aside some time to really try and do it, I know I could do it. It's just one of those things where I've kind of never really done that. Nah, that wasn't it. It's one of those things where you literally you can't hesitate. If you hesitate, you've already fucked it up. And when I first tried to do it, I was trying to roll onto it. But I think running off the edge with that momentum is probably a better way of doing it. I could be wrong, of course. But we'll try the roll. Whoa! That was weird. Don't kill me. That was super weird. But it's one of those things, it's one of those skips where the time it takes me to land it, I can do the thing I'm trying to skip. Oh fuck. Whoa, there was no chance I could quit then. Anyhow guys, that was a couple of attempts at the Duke skip. If you want to try it out, get onto that little ledgy thing, jump onto the next balcony, or roll onto the balcony as you're coming down. Very tricky. Yeah.